Hello, and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of June 6th, 2018. Let's go right into it. First up on the pull list is Batman 48. We're going to get going on the Batman wedding that's coming up, or Batman and Catwoman wedding that's coming up in issue 50. So this arc is titled The Best Man. Tom King has just done a fantastic job with Batman. The lead up to the wedding has been really, really good. So yeah, I'm super stoked and excited for that. Next up, we have Batman Prelude to the Wedding, Nightwing versus Hush. This is number one. Tim Seeley's done a really good job with this so far. I really liked last week's Robin versus Ra's al Ghul, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Nightwing versus Hush entails. Basically, what these are one-shots that you don't have to pick up to enjoy the wedding story, but they're cool little stories about Bat families, a Bat family character going up against Batman's rogues in the days leading up to the wedding. So it's cool to kind of see what's taking place and all that. So I really enjoyed the issue from last week. So I'm looking forward to this one. But you don't need them for the wedding story stuff. It's just added stuff. Next up, we have The Curse of Brimstone, number 3. The first two issues were okay on this. It's basically just going to end up being a mini-series, so once it's done, but it's okay. DC is trying this out again, and they are releasing their free copy of DC Nation. This is basically kind of like a little interview, previews, upcoming stuff, so on and so forth that DC's doing. It's nice. It harkens back to kind of the Wizard days, Wizard magazine days, where you would pick up Wizard and read the articles and stuff like that. But this is a really cool way to kind of just get a glimpse of what's going on at DC, and just kind of read up and see if there's anything you like. The back of the book does have what they call direct currents, which is, it lists everything that's coming out in soon-ish, so you can check stuff out there to see what's interesting. I picked it up. I've read most of it. It's just easy. It's nice. It's a nice thing just a simple thing to have, kind of to see what's coming up in DC. So if your shop got them, grab a copy of DC Nation, flip through it, see if there's anything you like in it. Yep, it's free. What can it hurt? Next up, we have Rick Remender's Death or Glory, number 2. The first issue was really good, so I can't wait to check out issue 2 and see where the story goes. Next up is the last issue of Exit Stage Left, the Snagglepuss Chronicles. Russell's done an amazing job with Flintstones, and I've really liked his version of Snagglepuss. So I can't wait to see how this story ends, but it's been really good stuff. The Sasquatch Detective, that's the backup. Next up, we have Green Arrow number 41. Better Than Part 1 starts now. Who is this? The Prisoner of Parasite. Oh. So Green Arrow's going up against Parasite in this, so we'll see what that goes. But Scott is who's writing it now? Because it looks like it's not Percy anymore. Margaret Scott is working it. I probably said that wrong. Yep, so we'll see how Green Arrow fares going forward. Next up, we have Green Lanterns number 48. Rebel 1 Part 1 starts here. Tim Seeley's taken over the Green Lantern books. I've been enjoying it so far, so I'm curious to see where this story goes. There's going to be some shaking up, I guess, with creative teams with Green Lantern and Hal Jordan, but also that there's going to be a shakeup with Hal Jordan, I think, is going to end, and the Green Lantern will start again, and that will be written by Grant Morrison, I believe, if that's what's to be believed. But we'll see what goes forth. That's not for a little while, but I'm curious. Next up, we have Harley Quinn number 43. Again, just it's Harley. I'm a sucker. It's Harley. She needs to get back to Gotham. That's really what she needs to do. Next up is Isola number 3. The first couple issues of this were really good. I really enjoyed them. Yeah, can't wait to dive into issue 3. If you haven't had a chance to check out Isola, I know they've done second printings on issue 1 and 2. So see if your local shop got those. If they didn't, see if they can still order them for you. Next up is the big number 1 from DC this week, and that is Justice League number 1, written by Scott Snyder with amazing artwork by Chen. I always forget his first name. What the heck is his first name? I know I'm bad at this. Should be fired. Jim Cheng. Horrible names too. But yeah, I'm super stoked for this. I liked Scott Snyder's No Justice miniseries leading up into this, and I'm excited to see the other teams take off, specifically Justice League Dark and Justice League Odyssey. They look like really interesting dynamics for Justice League teams. So yeah, the Justice League family of books, it looks to be pretty interesting going into this summer. So I'm super excited for that. Next up we have The Man of Steel number 2 of 6, written by Brian Michael Bendis. This is him leading up to him writing Action and Superman. This is going to be weekly, so issue 3 will be out next week. But I really enjoyed issue 1. I thought Bendis nailed Superman very, very well. Very much had a cliffhanger ending, making me want to read more. So I'm really excited to see what Bendis has in store for us with The Man of Steel. Next up is, I think, the last one from the New Age of Heroes, and that's The Unexpected. These are the books that came out of the Dark Knight's Metal stuff. This is written by Sook. I'm curious to see how this one goes. It's drawn by Sook. It's written by Nord. They do these backwards. It's written by Orlando. I don't know. They changed the order up. Supposedly there's something really big on the last issue of panel of the page of this, whatever. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know. We'll see what it is when I do. But The Unexpected is the next one from that New Age of Heroes stuff, which a lot of them are just going to be minis. Most of them are going to be minis and end. I don't really foresee too many things coming out of it, but some of the stories are cool. I really like the new challengers. Immortal Men seems to be interesting, so we'll see. But hopefully The Unexpected is an unexpected hit. Next up we have the Wonder Woman Annual number 2. This is more of the Dark God stuff, and she apparently has a Star Sapphire ring. I'm curious to see what that entails specifically, so we shall see. But Robinson's been doing a great job on the book, and I've been enjoying Wonder Woman since Rebirth. So, and finally on my pull list is Frank Miller's Xerxes. This is issue 305. It's okay. I enjoy it. It harkens back to the 300 stuff, his 300 stuff, which I really enjoyed. So I'm glad it's staying within that same vein and not this batshit crazy stuff that Frank Miller's been known to be writing as of late. So it's good. I like it. I did grab some variants this week. I did get a variant that we were shorted the other week for Aquaman number 36. So that's the variant for that right there. Batman 48 had a black and white Frank Cho variant. I believe it's a black and white inked version because it's inked with black ink, but it's not black and white, straight black and white sketch. I don't know. There's so many different names for him. I liked the Green Lanterns 48 cover. Thought that was pretty cool, so I snagged that one up. Of course, Harley Quinn had her Frank Cho variant, which I snagged up there. Justice League had numerous titles. They have a blank variant, which is right here. They also have a Jim Lee variant, which is right here. Super awesome stuff. They have a inked black Jim Lee variant here. They also had a 1 in 100 variant, and a 1 in 250 variant, and a 1 in 500 variant. Apparently DC messed up with these. They changed things but didn't tell retailers. So a lot of, like, what Comics Conspiracy, we ordered, I think, 500 copies total between what we thought were the covers that we were supposed to order, but they didn't add those covers up to make the total, so we didn't end up hitting the total for the issue, or for the 500. So hopefully DC fixes that problem, or lets people know what's going on, because that's a huge mistake, especially when the stuff they were doing for Justice League was a lot like what Marvel has done with their Marvel math on their variants. I know for the first issue of that, we had to order 100. We had to order 150% of something. So we hit that mark, which would allow us to get the other variants, which would allow us to then add the regular and those orders together to hit that 500 mark. But that didn't pan out as well. And we were also supposed to get deeper discounts due in a certain order. So DC really dropped the ball on this. Hopefully they fix it, because a lot of retailers are pissed. And a lot of retailers are pissed because they were probably relying on selling that 1 in 500 variant and a set of all the variants, including the 1 in 500, to basically cover the cost of what it would cost for them to order that many books total. So DC definitely needs to fix this. And yeah, because if they're going down the route of Marvel and their variants, it's not a pretty road. Not pretty at all. I did grab some graphic novels that came out this week. And first up is the Batman Rebirth Deluxe Edition Book 2. Just in time you can catch up on issues 16 to 32 in the first annual. And then go dig around and find the other issues before it, or before the wedding stuff if you really want to. But I'm super excited for this. I read the first one. I reread the first one. It was amazing. I can't wait to dive in and reread. Tom King's Batman is just, it's so good. And the other hardcover I picked up this week was the Dark Knight's Metal hardcover. This is issues 1 to 6. It's nice and shiny and all that. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo did an amazing job on Metal, and I can't wait to actually go back and reread it all in its entirety, because I think it will translate a lot better as a whole story. A lot of times, sometimes when you have these event books, you lose stuff with the distance or at the time it takes from issue 1 to issue 6. So yeah, super stoked to jump back in on that. And finally, I did get a special order in, and that is the Harley Quinn red, white, and black Jay Lee statue. This box is exceedingly light, which makes me scared that it is going to be a lot like the Jim Lee one, which turned out to be really, really poorly done. Also very, very tiny in comparison to the other Harley statues in this line. So we shall see if that's the case. Hopefully I'll be getting to do an unboxing video. I did get one up for you guys the other day, so check that out. That's for the Art Germ red, white, and black Harley Quinn statue. Not the best one. So yeah, I think DC needs to really reassess that red, white, and black line. They're really nice, affordable, small statues for people, but the quality just isn't hitting it for on some of them. So yeah, tough stuff. That's pretty much it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're picking up, what you're checking out, what you're excited for, all that wonderful stuff. Let me know what you thought of DC Nation. I thought it was a nice little freebie thing. Yeah. I'm curious also to see what you guys think of Justice League going forward with Scott Snyder. So leave a comment down below if you want for that. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also listen to me on the Comic Conspiracy podcast. We haven't really been on a regular schedule of recording since Ryan Higgins' father-in-law passed away recently. There is a GoFundMe account to help pay for funeral services, so there'll be a link in the description below for that. So if you can give, that'd be great. Any little amount helps. And even if you can't give, share it, spread it around to your friends. We're all just in this together, and we all know what it's like to have to go through a death and all the process and all the cost and all that stuff, especially a sudden death. So yeah, but there'll be a link for that in the description below. But due to that, we have not been on a regular schedule. We did record a short episode last week where we talked about Deadpool 2 a little bit, and then there was Toby, Scott, and I believe Kevin Sharp recorded an episode last night. So that should be up on the Patreon as well, but not on our regular feed. So, but you can help. We should be back to a normal schedule next week. But there'll be a link in the description below for the Patreon Deadpool stuff, so check it out there. You can help us out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and getting merchandise. So we do appreciate all of our Patreon backers for the help you give us, because these things ain't cheap. And yeah, it's yeah. Thank you guys. We do appreciate it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know really what else to talk about today. So, if you guys have any questions or you want me to talk about something on one of these, leave those down in the comment section below. I'll try and answer them either there, or I'll answer them here on one of my videos. I know somebody's asked for me to do a library video. I'm kind of in the process of about to change things around, so I don't want to do a library video just yet. Part of my summer plans is to take the stuff that's on my shelves back here and reorganize it so that it's a lot better, because the organization I have is about 2 years old from when I moved back here after separating from my ex-wife, and I kind of just threw everything up to get it up and out of the way. So I'm gonna spend some time this summer and actually hammer it out and make it look a lot better. So stay tuned. I will do the library video for you guys. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you next week.